Awesome. At this point, we're going to talk about the EWC community. All right, hang on. Is Emerson here?
I am here.
Where is she? There she is.
I'm right here.
Okay, great. So the EWC community is, I'll give a quick intro and then I'll hand it off to Emerson and Taya. There you are. Hi, Taya. So when I created this sort of organization, I didn't want to call it a writing school. I wanted to make it a writing center because we can have a school. You could come to us 90 minutes a week, 2 hours per week. The high school levels are actually 2 hours per week. And you could not read and write the rest of the week and just do it in class. If you do that, you're not really going to get better. You need to keep going. You need to be part of a community. You need to get excited about the topics. If it's like dragging you into class every time and you don't do anything outside, you're not going to really make the most of the resources around you. That's one of the reasons why we try to make really fun and engaging and challenging, because we want you to be engaged. And that's one of the reasons why we created EWC Community, to create book clubs and ability to write book reviews. And this is across EWC. You don't have to sign up for it. You're automatically in it, all right? Because we want kids to be engaged. So the part of the book club is reading should not be presented to children as a chore or a duty. It should be offered as a gift. This is our gift to you. If you are in any EWC class, whether it's XPOS or grammar, you're enrolled into EWC community, okay? So Emerson, tell us about the book club.
Yeah, so I will start actually by telling everyone a little bit about myself, just so you guys have some context. I am a student.
That not everybody knows you, but they
No,
should.
that's totally fine. I'm sure that many of you know me. I have been sort of the point person on EWJ, but for those of you who don't know me, I'm a student at Harvard College concentrating in history and literature. I love to read and write. It's a huge passion of mine. I'm actually a writer for the Harvard Crimson. I do sort of other writing things here and there, and I'm really passionate about education and sort of passing on my love of reading and writing to the students at the EWJ. And in general, if you see me on the street, I will stop you to talk about books. So the book club is a reading initiative intended to bolster students' comprehension skills. And what that means is, first and foremost, we're going to teach you how to read a little bit more effectively, right? I'm sure that everyone has come across a book at some point, picked up the book and been like, what is going on? What is happening? I don't understand what's on the page in front of me. And so that's something that we're going to go ahead and help you with by reading 1 to 2 books per week. And that sounds like a lot, but it's actually not, because the great thing about this is that it's free with the community. So you can choose which books to read and which books not to read. You can sort of choose your involvement here and show up to discuss the books that you feel are most impactful to you, or maybe impactful to your community. Because the thing is, our discussions will prepare you for Socratic style seminars, which sounds super fancy, and it is, because it's actually the way that my classes at Harvard are structured. So we're going to teach you pretty young how to talk like college students at Harvard talk about books. We're going to sort of pass on that love, that passion for reading and writing to you guys. So sort of moving on into what exactly you guys are going to be reading.
Right. Is it you or Taya going through them? Either.
I believe it's me.
Okay.
And then Taya is going to sort of delve into more of the logistics side.
Go for it.
So for Book Club Koala, these are sort of just a few books to sort of get you guys into the idea of the book club. We're going to be reading from the Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Basil E. Frankweiler by E.L. Koenigsberg. That is one of my favorite books of all time. For those of you who don't know, it's about 2 kids who run away to the Metropolitan Museum of Art and live there. It's amazing. We're also going to be reading Where the Mountain Meets the Moon by Grace Lynn. It's a beautiful story. Holes by Louis Sachter. Forgive me if I mispronounce his name, The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank, which is a classic. Everyone should read it at some point. And They Called Us Enemy by George Takei and Harmony Becker. And something you might notice is that this is an incredibly diverse list of readings. And that's because we really believe that diversity and inclusion is super, super important in creating sort of our curriculums for book clubs. So in Book Club Panda, we have something very similar, right? We have The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton, a classic book, one of my all-time favorites. It's highly suggested that you guys watch the movie along with that one. It really is fantastic. It's phenomenal. I could talk for so long about The Outsiders movie. We also have Antigone by Sophocles, which is a great classic Greek play that is not as daunting as it sounds, I promise. We have A Tree Grows of Brooklyn by Betty Smith, which is one of my all-time favorite books. Again, can you tell that I had a heavy hand in creating this curriculum yet? And then we have American Born Chinese by Jean Luen Yang and Boxers and Saints, also by Jean Luen Yang. Not only, by the way, is this diverse in terms of the authors, but it's also diverse in terms of the media. You're going to be reading drama, typical novels, graphic novels. You're going to be sort of dipping your toes into everything that the world of fiction has to offer you, both contemporarily and classically.
Awesome. Perfect. Now let's talk logistics.
Yep. So book club is going to be starting on September 20th. It'll be every single Sunday, and we'll get you guys on a mailing list if you're a part of the book club and enrolled in an EW class. And so Koala is for grades 4 through 6, 5:30 to 6 Eastern time on Sunday. And then book club Panda is for grades 7 through 8 and older, if like some older kids want to be involved. And it'll be 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock Eastern time. And we're reading like 9 to 10 books throughout these 10 weeks. And we're really excited.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. So that is, we're not moving on to grammar just yet, but that is basically the book club. And again, as you can tell, we like books here. So I also want you to write about them because we are a writing center. So hang on one second. I am going to show you. I'm going to bring my website back up. Can you give me a thumbs up if you can see it? Okay, good. So this is a shameless plug for airwritingcenter.com/blog, but it is, first of all, a really great blog. But also, we have kids do book reviews, all right? You can write a book review about any book that you would do. Any book that you would do. Any book that you read, whether it's for the book club or just in life, all right? But here's the thing, and this really speaks to sort of, again, the heart and like the philosophy behind EWC. We don't want to just give you a blank piece of paper and say, write. We want to hold your hand. We want to tell you how to write, the science behind writing. So everyone say thank you, Emerson, for putting together this lovely, lovely structure of how do you write a book review. And so we walk you through the steps. Step 1, okay, fine, a summary. But then we want you to fill out the characters, conflict, plot, resolution. We give you examples. So this is actually a book summary about Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. We then have you reverse outline it so you know what makes a good book review. We evaluate it. You have to basically fill all of this out through a graphic organizer, fill all of this out, da-da-da. And then finally in step 3, only then and then can you make your recommendation, and then you can start to write, all right? So we really hold your hand through the entire process of writing. Anybody who wants to do one, can do one, and we will edit it for you, okay? And you can see that students have done it in the past, and yeah, it's a really great resource. And once again, we really want kids to start writing because that is how you get better, okay? So that is EWC community. Thank you guys so much.